Hey everybody, welcome back to Rough Night Gaming. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Travis.
And we're playing Dark Souls 3 Arena's Gone Edition. Right?
Yeah, she's gone. She's I've tried to make this happen before, but I think we just hadn't bought her her dark.
Sorry.
So she this character actually has a good ending and a happy ending, right? But also like a not so happy ending. And the good ending is rather boring, unfortunately, and not very interesting. So we opted to go with the darker ending for her. At least part of it anyway. Anyway, so when we came back here to do some messing around, you'll notice that we've got a new weapon.
Pachang.
Marcus chose the claymore. We obviously to do so
Oh, I already killed those guys. Carnage, what happened?
To do so, we had to increase his strength. We increased his vigor. We increased his int just a little bit.
And added a couple inches to my dick. It was great.
It was fantastic. Oh, and now you'll notice that Aegon, the Knight of Morn, who told you that if you led her down a dark path or something like that, that he would take her back. But what's funny is that he seemed like he wasn't that interested in her. Let's go see if we can talk to him or anything like that first.
I made myself very clear.
Oh, I didn't start.
My allegiance remained only as long as it assured safety.
Nope.
This night does not forgive betrayal.
Yeah. Oh God, so did that. Oh.
A knight of Kareem does not forgive
Did you just thumb
betrayal.
me?
It kind of looked like it. Yeah.
Not ever.
Well, that was less than successful.
I don't know if he had more dialogue.
I know, that's a bummer. Well, because we did this.
Oh, that's right. We were farming a bit, so let's. You also noticed that we switched out his weapon, his other weapon too, and now he's rocking
Give me a hat.
You're rocking an actual staff, which you probably should level up at some point too. And
right now.
You don't have any souls. You just died.
Oh yeah, that's true. I was gonna say we're not doing anything with souls anymore. We're fine, but
and also you're finally rocking like a real shield, an actual crest shield, which I consider to be some of the best shields in the game. So that'll be great. They parry too, which is nice. And you're rocking the dragon one, which is pretty strong against fire.
the best one.
It is my favorite because I think it's very cool looking. I also think the regular plain crest shield is very cool looking too, but that one's dark protection. And what I like about the crest shields in general is that they do have that like swapping for the moment feel because your armor has limited benefits. So swapping your armor for that is your shield for that is pretty good.
Get a little pot shot on him here. That'll
Yeah, your magic does really good damage against them. It's kind of surprising, as long as his shield's... Look at his shield, though. It's really very cool looking. But, yeah, he's... Oh, no, that's what he's doing. He looks like he's trying to drink, but he doesn't have anything.
Which is weird.
Yeah, it's weird, because he... Whoa, man. You got him.
He's not that hard. I mean, I assume it's like a one-shot and it's a bummer.
Yes. Oh, yeah, let's take a look at those stuff. And then let's head into that area.
Found a new item I can use.
Oh, yeah, that shield. Oh,
His hammer.
No. Let's go check out the shield. Yeah, there it is. The Moaning Shield, a deformed great shield, given to Aegon of Karam upon being conferred knighthood. The giant woman's face that protects Aegon is that of his sister, some years his senior. Interesting.
Huh. No, yeah, I never read that. Never noticed that guy.
And of course,
there's some little hammer. All right.
Yeah. Great hammer bestowed upon Karam knights with demonstrate outstanding strength. What? That's a bad translation. And unwavering faith, decorated by a warding charm of Karam Temple and imbued with the twisting rage of Apostle Morn. Okay.
Ooh. Fancy.
Let's head in there.
There she is. No wonder he was standing this way. You want me to talk to her or you want me to head in there?
Well, yes, let's talk to her.
Who is there?
Her robes are all dark.
Is someone there? Anyone? Oh, sweet champion. Where have you been? Please, your touch. The little creatures, how they nip and bite.
No, normally they give you a choice here.
Oh, actually, did you have the choice?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Do we fuck it up, Travis?
Actually, no. It's not entirely.
Oh no.
I don't think it's entirely ruined just yet. I think we still have another chance.
But I killed him dead.
Actually, no. I think it should be fine. Okay, so do you have his gauntlets?
No.
Can you buy his gauntlets?
Maybe.
Let's go check out the old lady. Let's go find those gauntlets.
Maybe.
Ah, now that he's dead, actually, you should be able to buy his stuff. So let's take a look. Or at least his gauntlets. So let's take a look for... There.
Warren's
All right.
helm.
Hey, let's read that stuff anyway now. Unusual helm bestowed upon Knights of Caram. Modeled on Morn, the Archbishop's apostle, the helm is of perfect likeness to the stone heads lining the cathedral. That's also on his hammer, too. A Caram Knight will dedicate an entire career to attending a single maiden, just as Morn once served one goddess alone. What's interesting about Aegon, though, is that he actually kind of abandoned his girl. And he seemed annoyed, remember in the beginning? That she even existed, right? And we also noticed, too, that she was somewhat kind of protecting herself because it was locked from the inside. Remember? She was in a cage, and he couldn't get to her, but she could leave at any time.
Yeah, so she was either protecting herself or protecting other people from her.
Well, she was also blind, too, right? So, like, maybe she felt safer that way. Does his gauntlets have anything? No. Okay. So she's always asking you to touch her so she can know who you are. Well, what if you touched her as Morn with those gauntlets?
I don't know.
Let's find out. Why don't you buy those, sell a soul or something. Ooh, that's a lot, but go for it.
You can level up with it after.
No, it's not enough.
Oh, that's not enough to buy it?
No, it's not enough to level.
What? Oh. That's right, I'm so powerful now.
You're pretty damn powerful. Maybe if you've got a little bit left over, you can maybe buy a spell from the wizard guy.
You're right, it's not even close to enough.
All right, let's go talk to her.
Hold on, let me take my maiden gloves
Now,
out.
keep in mind that the difference between touching her with your gauntlets and touching her by yourself are different. Like, it changes what happens. So I believe this is a point where you can't go back from.
But it's what we're doing, right?
Yeah, so basically you've saved, let's kind of like recap. You basically saved her from that other thing. He kind of like went off and buggered off, and he said that his allegiance to you is based on whether she was safe.
Yeah.
So he didn't want you to corrupt her, but he kind of left you in his stead. So he kind of abandoned his thing, but then came back to it. It's all very confusing, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like he can't, he doesn't, and he wanted you to, she wanted to become a what?
Firekeeper.
A firekeeper, right? But she did, and she was blind even like the firekeeper. And remember what happened to all the other firekeepers?
They died in the tower.
Yeah, well, or at least their bodies were thrown in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you did the light path, the better path of this adventure, this quest, she would end up in there after you buy all the good stuff, but don't buy the bad stuff, the dark miracles, and that's what's corrupting her is the dark miracles. So
leaving her with the dark miracles.
Well, what you're doing is you're not talking or dealing with them.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
So what happens is that she's not like spreading the word. So she becomes good and basically just moves to that tower alive and does basically nothing for the rest of the game. It's super boring, which is kind of a bummer. So now you're going to touch her, or she's going to ask you to touch her.
Oh, sweet.
I believe.
Please, the little creature.
And she's talking about the little creatures, right? Like the little creatures from her thing.
In my home of I would be although to be, but if I have.
Well, hopefully this works. Maybe not. Let's see. Do you have to purchase the rest of the items from her?
She only has a ring.
She has the ring, which you already...
I can get dead again. And that's it. Because the other shit's super fucking expensive.
You know what? Let's see. All right, well, let's go buy a spell from the other guy.
What other guy?
From the sorcerer.
This guy?
No, the sorcerer. Behind him. Or the other, behind you.
Back again at the victim.
Learn sorceries. I don't have enough money to buy any of his sorceries. He doesn't even have any sorceries. He's got one. He's got this. Have we really bought all of these? Except for this one?
Yes, and let's buy it.
Wow.
Fantastic.
I don't mean to seem overbearing in exchange.
He wants you to go and get more.
I hope
Of course he does.
Talk to him one more time, just to see. Okay, all right. But he's a lot nicer to you, right?
I don't mean any.
He used to be kind of snippy with you.
Oh, sure.
Stay safe.
All right, so we're going to be finding more scrolls and giving them to him. But we should buy the rest of those dark sorceries from.
Maybe
her
after
at
we
some point.
defeat Aldrich.
But we still need a good amount of souls. I think we need like 25,000 souls still. So
Maybe after we defeat Aldrich.
it's going to be a little while before we can just dump that kind of money.
Didn't we get an Estus shard?
Yes, we did.
We should give it to Andre.
I thought you already did. Where did you get that Estus shard?
Right before Aldrich.
That's right. But I thought, yeah. No, whatever. Sweet. Okay, so this weapon, you made kind of a chaos weapon, right?
Not kind of, but
well, I mean,
yeah,
you
complete,
did.
Total badass chaos.
You went with chaos because it does scale with int and faith, but you don't have much. But you mostly got int. But you also knew that Aldrich was a little bit weaker to fire.
Which is weird because he turns into fire.
Yes, I find that odd too. Excuse me. So you're going to end up fighting him and then switching it to a crystal infused.
It's kind of the game plan right now.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. However, the crystal infused weapon will not be super great against Osiris when you come across him, which is like 3 bosses away.
Yeah, but he's not the same as Aldrich.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes one week. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Burning bridges, Travis, is not what you're supposed to do.
Am I mixing my metaphors there?
Alrighty.
All right, so now we're gonna start heading into the next phase of the next, phase of this episode to go fight Aldrich. Your sword looks
going fucking. My sword looks fucked up. What's wrong with
well because of the clouds or
Oh.
the fog door. Nice, he didn't get off a.
it? Oh god.
Good
I
start.
Ran right into that.
He's got an extra Estus. Oh yeah, wow. You're doing like twice as much damage as you did before.
So I only have to survive half as long.
That's essentially what that means. Also, because of your increased vigor, which, like we said, you were kind of falling behind on, it shouldn't be that easy to kill you. Never mind. Well, if you don't
I was greedy.
Yeah.
I tried to get in a hit before he got off the thing, but that was no good.
Good start.
Okay, I'm not going to talk to you at all this next fight. I'm going to
Oh.
be extremely focused.
All right, so then,
Like, focused to a fault.
what about the rest of the? Okay. So I gotta keep the episode going on. Just
I
talking
mean,
a
on the
little-
run up, I'm
All right. Well,
it's fine.
death. No.
Oh, like something I could talk about forever.
I could talk
Right.
about death for hours.
Oh yeah, look at it, the sword. You're right.
Yeah, oh, because of the fog cloud, right? Yeah, or the fog door. Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, it does that for everything, so it's not.
I'm special.
Oh, okay. It's like we're just dodging all that. So look at it. It looks like it's 2-bladed.
I wish. All the damage times 2.
Yeah, it'd probably be twice as heavy too, because you're basically carrying 2 swords. Same attack. Yay! No. Okay. Good. Nice thrust. No, don't get greedy.
Worth it.
I mean, you got tons of Estus now. You're sitting pretty. Watch out! Here comes the arrows. Solid. Double solid.
I have a harder time hitting, I guess. Not a harder time hitting, but
Solid. You're already there. I keep saying solid. What the fuck?
Solid.
Solid. Solid. Solid.
Travis is a master of words and has all
I
the
have
best words.
I have a large vocabulary. Okay, I have all the words.
You're gonna love them.
Oh my god. What was the latest stupid shit that Trump said? I can't even keep
He just
track
had
of
his
it.
State of the Union speech where he got to say all sorts of words.
That was it. The State of the Union was a fucking mess.
It could have been worse.
That's true. At least, what? But he said something that I was just like, what the fuck? I can't remember what he said though. Look at this. Now Drake. Now, yeah. Okay, good. you've got so many, you know, now it's,
So many.
at this phase you're fine.
Yep, I felt your knee rubbing up against my knee, Travis. A little weird.
Oh, you are so lucky. Here he comes, he's dropping.
These purple things kind of suck.
Just a tad. Ooh, watch out there. Okay, yeah, his moves. Oh, do you see that? He's got a sickle now. Like before,
yeah.
well, not now, but like earlier he was doing a sickle attack, which is very reminiscent of Priscilla, actually.
Oh, I never fought Priscilla.
You can actually make. That's true, you didn't. But she was. Oh, arrows coming. This one's longer. Remember? Run away or around. It seems to look out for you for some reason. Yeah, that's really long. Ooh,
Fuck.
came down on you.
It chased me right at.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah, you didn't fight Priscilla, but she did. And in fact, you can actually make her. There's a. I believe it's a miracle.
Make her a
That
miracle.
casts a sickle
So, all the movements
from
and
his soul.
all the movements and appearances and shit that he's mimicking, is that implied that he consumed those beings? Like maybe Priscilla, maybe he ate Priscilla.
I don't know, because I honestly think that Priscilla has something to do with Gwendolyn. Because she is someone that transformed, right? Into a dragon, or was a part of a dragon, or something like that. There's something to do with dragons with her, right? And if you remember, I mean, there's also that idea of transformation, right? And Gwendolyn is transgender, which is also about transformation, kind of, you know. I'm just kind of spitballing here, but also, Priscilla. If you remember, Gwendolyn had like these tentacles that came out from under his gown. I don't know if you remember that, but it was kind of disconcerting and not very like godlike and very weird, because it didn't really fit in with any other like known lore either. And maybe, for all we know, Gwendolyn was the first, or one of the first attempts at some sort of connection to dragons, you know? But that would be weird, because the gods don't like dragons. Remember, Gwen had that whole war against the dragons. But Gwendolyn isn't one of the forgotten.
Wasn't one
of the shunned, right? So, I mean, I really don't fucking know. It's all so confusing and seems to contradict each other at times, right? And I don't blame it when players... Ooh, that was the sickle attack. When players sometimes say that, like, oh, it's all just arbitrary and it doesn't actually mean anything and it's all just made up on the spot.
Yeah, but I mean, that's part of the thing. Oh, I've read that shit.
Yeah. Part of the fun is to just guess what it means.
Kind of.
And to just throw it up and say it doesn't mean anything ruins half the fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's like saying art, right? This art has no meaning. And you're just like,
Or,
I mean, maybe
yeah,
it
like,
doesn't, but what the fuck is that,
No,
you know?
I hate this.
Like, that's not satisfying. There's no fun involved in that. There's no reason to engage in the art, you know? Oh!
Fuck, man.
You were on like a sliver of life there, too.
That,
It's because you're keeping your distance. Remember what I said? Like, being up close
I can't with the...
limits her attacks.
Okay, but when the shower of arrows comes down, that's... I've got...
You almost made it that first time, except when he slammed down on you. That was... I mean, that was out of your control, but...
I've got limited options when the shower of arrows comes down, because it's so long, I can't...
super long.
I can't just circle around him.
You're right. Or you could just try circling and circling and circling.
I run into old arrow things, and I think they still do damage. I don't think I can double back onto the old arrows that have fallen. Maybe I can.
Oh, by the way, all these sludge monsters, because you have fire on your sword now, they should die really easy.
I don't think I ever tried to attack them.
I know, it takes too many hits, right? It takes forever.
They're
so slow.
Before.
Yeah.
Oh, I even see the statues in the back now.
Yeah, right? The one, including the one that was missing from the original. Yeah. We'll actually be back to this place later on,
For Dark Souls 4.
No, from Ringfinger Leonard's quest.
You know what?
I don't.
In these early stages, I'm almost thinking like when I can read that he's gonna disappear and kind of like judge.
Okay.
It's almost worth it to take the hits if I can get in a couple more. Not like that.
Not that hit.
But like the gas hits. Because I
Yeah.
have so many
Okay.
fucking things. Like, not right now.
Sure,
Like, that was not
You have
intentional.
so many Estus flasks. And you're not running out of them, especially now. Originally you were. But you're doing enough damage, the fight's lasting less time, and you're not in a like time game anymore. Did that one burst?
No, she's done that before.
That's a weird one.
He's done
Maybe
that.
that's the
Fuck him. Alright, I'll try to
conversion.
run around.
Yeah, it's tempting to say she because Gwendolyn is so feminine and is transgendered to be a woman, but it's not Gwendolyn. It's Aldrich controlling Gwendolyn. So Aldrich is a confirmed male, even though not really anymore, right? Like,
I don't know.
but male pronouns have been used to describe him. Oh man, look at that! That was a cool move. You don't want to be caught without stamina though. That's definitely.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, close the distance. No, too early.
Well, I was rolling from the purple orbs
From the
and from that.
and into the. At least you got him off before. You didn't.
There
you
is no at least, Travis.
At least you got close enough to him before you were in danger of aggroing with the arrows.
That's only if you're a certain amount away, so if you're up and scroll the whole time, it won't cast it. Is that the theory?
Yeah. He well.
I've still got more.
It depends on when he starts, right? Like, say if you're at a distance and he'll start. I mean, if you close the
Whoa.
distance, then yeah, he'll.
Oh yeah, if he starts, then that's futile.
It's where you are when he decides to do something.
Yeah,
that.
when the computer AI is like scrolling through potential moves.
Right, sure. And it's like, if at this distance, who knows? We don't know anything about computer coding.
Yeah, right.
I don't.
But
I tried to learn Ruby a little bit a few years ago.
I don't. It's Greek. I was just kidding. I know nothing about it.
Yeah, well, it's a coding language. I was trying to learn it at one point, and the program, I don't feel like I had a problem understanding. I believe that the program I was choosing, which was a free one, I'll admit, was not the best at teaching. So that might have. Oh, that was a direct hit on the head.
On
You
the head, yeah.
did a ton
Oh,
of
that's
damage.
cool. I did. It's good to know.
Don't go for it. It's too hard.
It's gonna be like Monster. I'm just gonna bash his head the whole time.
Yeah. That seems like a tricky move.
Nah, it's fine. That went well. This is
Oh,
gonna.
here it comes down.
I said this is gonna go well too. Watch.
Yeah. Drink
Don't
again.
roll, you bitch.
This should be just a normal. I think it's only when he's fire
Yeah.
that he does the really long ones. Yeah, this is a fun fight.
Yeah, I'm not hating it. Got a nice little shot in there at the end.
Yeah, Pacha. This should be fire though. Yeah. Do you find you have more fun with the like humanoid bosses?
I don't know.
Like Pontiff or the
Fuck me!
Oh,
God
man.
damn it!
Or the monstrous bosses.
Probably the monstrous ones actually. Like,
They tend to be easier, aren't they? Like Vort is, I consider him monstrous. Right?
yeah, I would. He's definitely not humanoid.
The Rotwood.
Well, Rodwood's kind of gimmicky.
It is a bit, yes.
Hit this weak spot, hit this weak spot, hit this weak spot. It's all about hitting like targeted
Specific
weak spots.
spots, yeah. And then this one's definitely monstrous because
Yeah.
of the irregular shape. But the humanoid fights are very more like duels. They feel like almost honorable in a way. But Pontiff feels like a dirty bastard, right? Because he's got two of
Wow.
him that shows up. And he's got two swords. You know, you're just like, you fucking dick, right? It doesn't feel like a one-on-one.
And
It's not like Artorias where you're just like... one
Artorias was awesome.
is the ultimate duel, right?
Yeah.
Artorias is straight up like It's you and me, baby, right?
And he's a fucking knight, right? Like,
yeah, yeah.
you've heard about him the whole game, and
Exactly. He's like legendary in the original Dark Souls.
like
Blood.
the fight or him. Oh fuck! I didn't even recognize.
He
it as
is.
a move.
He's like. I mean, both really. Him and the. Oh, that's so cool looking. Oh, watch out here. So, in Bloodborne, there's a lot of mano a mano fights.
yeah,
right?
with other hunters.
There's a DLC fight that is probably the best one-on-one like UV meat ultimate like just one-on. I don't know how to describe it. It's just fucking great. This game actually has one too in the DLC. The first
I should
DLC.
start playing DLCs.
Yeah, the first DLC, the ending boss is so fucking epic. Like, and it's one of those like humanoid like, and that's always how it is in Dark Souls, isn't it? It's like big scary monster, whatever, but a human-sized enemy with a weapon is like, oh shit, it's on,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because you know that person's gonna have all the cool moves, and yeah, they're both women too. In also the last boss of Dark Souls.
Oh fuck!
Not of the story, but of the.
Run.
Try to like guide it
Is it raining?
and then into him, so that way you're near him.
No!
Shit. That was luck. That was awesome. I mean, pure skill,
Thank
baby.
you. Yes, thank you for recognizing that.
Drink again. Yeah. Alright, watch out for the purples. Don't forget the purples. Oh,
Ah.
yeah. Oh, ran through it.
Me too.
You bitch, what are you doing? I think.
Just to try to guide it back
No,
to
no,
it.
no. What I meant is, like, lure it so that, and then when you feel that enough time has passed, lure it back towards it. You know what I
The
mean?
thing is-
Stay away from him
Yeah,
until,
but
and then.
the thing
get
is,
back.
it's like if I get away from him, then I don't see what he's doing, and then he's like gonna go beep 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 beep.
Well,
I
keep the
don't know.
camera on him then.
You can so easy.
I mean, you know where the pillars are. They're in the same
easy.
locations from the first game. You know,
What do the pillars have to do with anything?
as in you won't run into things.
No.
If your camera's not looking at where you're going, you can still guide.
No way.
You still know where to go. Good times.
So I think that I just finished a book. I don't read great. I don't read super often, but I just finished a book, Ready Player One. I think you'd like it. I think you'd dig it.
I know you mentioned a little bit, like an episode or two ago.
Like 5 or 6 maybe.
Um,
I think you should download it illegally off the internet and read it.
I know you mentioned it the other day, and you mentioned like the movie. And I'm a big
The movie looks awful.
I'm a big Steven Spielberg fan, but this trailer looks like shit.
Yeah.
Now there's 2 trailers. The second one does not look so bad. I'll admit that. But the first trailer looks terrible. I'm not okay. I do think that there's too many of this like referential humor. You know what I mean? Like something is funny because it references something, but that's not funny. That's not a joke. You know? Like I don't think that's meta. Yeah, I don't think that's just because something has Tracer from Overwatch or an orc from World of Warcraft doesn't mean that it's like
Fuck.
cool or like part of our culture. You know, it's just advertising. Oh fuck! You should watch where you're running.
Fuck. But that's the thing. That's not what the book is about at all.
Oh, right. And I feel that the trailer is misrepresenting it, and that it was just all, you know, about. Oh look, fucking Wreck-It
You
Ralph
recognize all these players?
is
Yeah.
racing, you know, the Hulk.
No.
You know, I don't want to see that shit. Don't run out your. Yeah, don't start running until you need to run, because you don't want to run out your stand.
No.
Just low fuck. Yes! Oh, you survived that barrage. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright, get to wherever. Make sure he doesn't cast that. Because that slows you down too, so when he ends up casting that thing. Because you end up spending all your time trying to avoid that endless arrows. So Ready Player One, Right, and it's more about
It's more sci-fi.
right, and it's about like what it means for our culture to be like locked into a virtual world, or no?
I mean,
I'm just guessing.
Not really, actually. That's like you definitely
Shit.
feel the presence of that, and like you can see how that like could totally become a reality, especially now because this was written in like.
Oh,
Fuck me!
your
God damn!
rolls.
I was in the middle of rolling, like.
Yeah. Could become a reality.
Well, because like VR is a thing. Because this was written in 2011, so it was written like over 5 years ago. VR wasn't really like it was talked about. I feel like, but it wasn't as prevalent and as accessible and as a real thing. And like we have grocery stores that you can walk into and walk out of and not have any exchange with any human being and like.
Right, the Amazon Go thing.
Yeah, and so like people spend all their time logged into this virtual world.
They spend as much time as possible not interacting with each other.
Correct. Yeah.
But while still interacting with each other. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they want to be connected, but not face to face.
And that's one of the things. It's like the main character makes, really good friends in this virtual world, but never ever meets them and still considers them like best friends because he's like, I know you like personally. I don't need to know you like physically, but it's like, yeah, but you have no idea what I look like. You don't know what I do. Like,
I got a buddy named Ray. I met him in WoW years ago. He was my healer and I was his tank, and I've never met him, and we're still buds.
see, and I mean
We
those
play games
relationships.
together all the time.
That's
Not
exactly it. Like
recently,
those
but-
relationships develop now and have for a long time.
Sure.
But this, I mean, it's a whole nother level. Type.
Yeah, because it's like you could live an entire second life there. See what I did there?
and people do. It's the
Right.
thing. And it's really because and then there's a ton of like 80s pop culture references that you would love.
Well, that's the thing is that when it gets excessive, you're just like, okay, I'm just being advertised.
Oh
to.
no, they're extremely well done. I think.
Okay. See now his swing attack is delayed, so you have to watch that timing on that to dodge it. Oh fuck! Here it comes. Where did he end up? No, he's gonna end up casting
I
it
know.
out.
Oh fuck. And more.
He always, it's always in twos, right?
Oh good.
Just you're not gonna hit him this time. Just let him go. Unless he only teleports when you get close. I mean, shit, that might be the case.
Oh god, that was like.
That was awesome.
Oh, good
You know what's funny is that I think I might have mentioned this on the channel before. I completely avoid VR and 3D as a whole, as like a rule in our household, and it's not because of any like high and mighty opinions. It's strictly because I don't want. Well, you're in fire, dude. You're just standing in it.
I didn't mean to. Like,
Like it was killing you and not allowing you to drink. It's because my oldest son is his left eye isn't fully developed, and so he actually only has
fuck! I thought this was gonna be the delayed one.
he only has one eye, and so he can't engage in VR or until they like link it to your brain, or whatever. But like he can't ever see that stuff at the level that other people do, and I don't want him to feel like we're doing things without him or not make him feel unincluded.
Sure.
And so the whole house, like everybody here, basically can't go see 3D movies or VR because he can't.
That's awfully thoughtful of you guys.
My sister thinks it's adorable. She likes VR, and she's all like, she was asking me today. She's like, "What do you like? Do you guys ever do that?" And I'm like, "No, we flat out just don't." So it's just to make him so that he doesn't. And he already has a hard time feeling included sometimes because he's at that age and everything. Where he's getting in trouble for like older kid things, and his younger brother's not getting in trouble for them because he's little, And that there's a definitely age disparity. And it's like, how come he doesn't have to do so many of these chores? Well, it's because he's 5 and can't. There's nothing to do with we like him better. He just is physically incapable of doing some of these chores.
No! No!
Did you push the wrong button?
No! I pushed the.
You meant to try and attack him?
No!
Oh, okay.
God damn it! I got him! I got him!
You
I got him!
Oh my god! As he was failing, watch out! Those guys outside might turn on you.
I don't care. I beat it. Bring it on. I'm embered. I don't give a fuck.
Fuck yeah!
Oh
That was
my
awesome.
God.
Let's read those items real quick. And
Hold on. Let me
holy crap! Look how many souls you
gotta
got.
bring my heart rate down because I was mashing the attack button as
Right.
I was being eaten alive by fire, and he started to disappear. I was like, "Is this explosion gonna destroy me?" Oh my god!
I can't believe. You got greedy, but you made
Oh
it.
god, yeah, I know. I was like, if I can't hit him here, I'm not.
I knew it too. I was like, man, he's getting. I was thinking to myself, like, you're being greedy. Oh, you know what's funny?
I
We
knew
could
I was
have
getting
embered, and I would have made that whole fight easier. We never did.
I never even think about that.
I know. All right. The ashes should be there. Should be a up, or is it a key item?
I think it's.
Oh no, the blue item. The soul. The soul is what we're looking for. There we go. Let's read that. When Aldrich ruminated on the fading of the fire, it inspired visions of a coming age of the deep sea. He knew the path would be arduous, but he had no fear. He would devour the gods himself. So this is interesting because this talk about the deep sea is within the world of From Software is only relevant in Bloodborne.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. And Eldritch Horror, from how Bloodborne is influenced by Call of Cthulhu and that sort of stuff.
Lovecraft.
Yeah, Lovecraft, Aldrich and Eldritch have this very. So it's all very kind of like a slight. And there's some people who actually think that item means it should be under some keys. That item is a clue to the next Bloodborne, right? I don't know. I don't feel that way. But it is
incredibly intricate. I wouldn't.
Yeah, right.
It's insane.
Let's take a look at that. Look at this messed up item. It's like maggots.
It's lovely. Look at this. This is teeth here.
Yeah,
It's
you can
a
see
mouth.
skulls and yeah. If the lords will not return to their... Yeah, we read that one. Aldrich became a lord by devouring men, but was disillusioned with his throne, and so took to devouring gods instead.
What a
So he was a
character.
I know, right? He's a cannibal, and then he becomes an ultimate cannibal. Let's go rest, and then I think we'll call it.
Well, and the fact that he is just this mess of undulating gross tissue, and he's just using Gwendolyn as a puppet, just makes it that much fucking cooler.
Right,
I didn't
right.
put that together at first, and I think that's amazing. That's so awesome.
All right. The champion. And now there's... we're on to go take out Yorm, but they'll have to wait for another episode. Did you have a good one?
That was... I'm still waiting for my heart rate to come down. But
Yeah, right.
But for now, this has been Rough Night Gaming. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Travis.
And until next time, don't go hollow.